Well, we're really excited today. We have Meilani Parks here with us. Meilani, now I know you have such a good following on your social media channels. You have kind of become a pretty large influencer. You have over 600,000 followers. And I think it's really impressive for someone your age, right? I think too, I don't know if it's generational, right? That people are becoming better at the social media outlets, right? That was kind of a thing. Facebook, when I was graduating high school, first was launched.
Yeah.
I think I was the first year of Facebook, like to have a Facebook account. And now we have so many different social media outlets for people to post to, watch, go down the rabbit holes of whatever they want to do. But, it's become such a big part of our industry and for people's businesses.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that you figured out at a young age regarding social media? Like, what was like the first thing for you that you were like, oh my gosh, this is something that you can actually make a career out of, or this is something I can use to help X, Y, and Z. What did it happen when you were in college in California, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. So I would say it happened right before quarantine. I downloaded TikTok, me and my friends. Before TikTok was Musical.ly, and it was like if you were old and you downloaded it, it's kind of cringy. So
Yeah, I could see
then we downloaded it because we used to study all the time, and we kind of got addicted to it. So then we started making TikToks, and then quarantine came around, and I think that's when social media really exploded. And because what else are you going to do than be on your phones when you're home all day? And I had some viral videos, and somebody reached out to me and gave me some tips and tricks on how to kind of keep that momentum going. And he told me that, you know what, if you want to keep this momentum going and make this a job for you, you need to post consistently. And back then, though, social media has changed a lot in the last few years. Back then, you would just post videos of yourself.
And back then, we're talking like 4 years quarantine, like
3 years,
2020,
right? 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Even
I love how you say back then, like,
well, I said,
but no, I get it. I mean, that is crazy that we look at where Facebook was the big social media when I was in high school, right? And I graduated, and I'm going to totally age me here, but I graduated in 2005. And so you think about that, and then where we are now in 2024, but just like you said, from 2021 to now, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. I feel like back then, a few years ago, it was all about like dances and, lip singing and things like that. But now it's a lot more interactive. So I would say in terms of content that you want to post now, you want to make sure it's interactive. Before, which I'm still working on right now because I'm so used to just Instagram, you just post photos. TikTok, you just make a video to a song. But now it's you want to talk face to face. You want to make a lot of reels and videos and make the audience feel like they have some sort of like friendship relationship with you. So it's changing a lot now.
Yeah. And I can see that because I know when I'm, scrolling on Instagram or the reels or whatnot, there are things where I'm like, oh, this person's hilarious, or this person's funny, or, oh my gosh, yeah, Or if it's something clearly people will use to sell clothes or Amazon finds. There's this one person I follow, and she's like incredible at all these Amazon finds. And every time I'm like, I need this, I need that, which, I mean, if you're thinking like, this is a cool hack someone's gonna, buy. And I know social media is probably the biggest thing people go to is, oh, that's a cute outfit, or that's a great tool to use for my dog, or that's, a great product to vacuum my home. It's like a Dyson, but it's half the price. So, I think that too is like, like you said, you want that engagement or people that you like and enjoy to follow.
Yeah.
I think some of the things, clearly, I know that we are, a real estate podcast here. We are, everything from real estate to real life is our slogan here. But I have seen an increase in people using social media for real estate, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that part of this conversation here. But so I guess another question I had for you is, what type of content, and content is going to be so specific on what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to push across your platforms. What kind of content do you think is the most effective in getting the engagement? I know you already said creating that relationship with them, making them feel, kind of connected to you. But what else do you think is an effective tool?
First, you got to figure out your niche, your brand. So whether that's you want to do fashion and beauty and lifestyle, kind of like what I am trying to do right now, or now I'm trying to incorporate real estate. But if you're a real estate agent, you want to focus on real estate content.
Right.
So you can add stuff like you can add fashion stuff, what I wear as a realtor, just little things like that, but you want to make sure it ties into real estate and maybe the area you're in. So for instance, like if you're a real estate agent here in Austin, you might want to go to a restaurant and show and give a little review on how you liked that restaurant and things like that. But it has to benefit your niche. Right. So if you're an agent, you want your content to benefit your niche and your brand. And I feel like the best kind of content right now would definitely be reels and videos. Pictures on Instagram they're not effective anymore. It's all about reels, and for TikTok it's all about that interactive content.
Do you think that pictures, even for something like real estate, which everything is now, online or whatnot, people are looking at photos of houses. Do you still think it is effective for real estate?
Yes. So the goal is to get an outside audience to want to follow you.
Right.
And that, in order to get that, you got to post reels.
Right.
And you got to put you in that reel.
Yeah.
You have to have your face. People want a face to the name.
Right.
And once you do that, they follow you, then you should definitely be posting photos.
Yeah.
And I say posting every other day, but you got to have quality content. And quality can mean good camera quality, good audio. The first sentence you say, you want it to be so engaging, and you want the person on the other side of the screen to know what you're about to talk about, what you're about to show them. And don't fully stop posting photos, because you want the audience that you've already built to see that interaction as well, engage, and that.
No, I mean, I can totally see that for sure. Well, this is something I've always thought, because people are like, I need more followers, I need more followers. But is it strictly based on you have 600,000 followers. I mean, that is crazy. So, or is it the follower count, or is it the hashtags like luxury homes, Austin, Texas? Like what is it that, like, when you're on Instagram, why do I get videos? I don't follow these people, but it'll be like luxury homes US, and it's a cool like drone walkthrough video of a fantastic house. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting targeted, which, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother show we're going to probably do. All, marketing strategy. But I never know what to tell people. Do I try to get a ton of followers, or is it the way I'm structuring the videos, the way I'm tagging things, et cetera, et cetera?
Followers do not matter. The amount of followers. Back then, a few years ago, it was all about the amount of followers you have.
Right.
But there are creators that have millions of followers, but they have no engagement. None. They have none compared to somebody that might have 50,000 followers.
Right.
They have more engagement. So what matters is the content you're putting out and the engagement you're getting in return. So you want a loyal follower base that will interact with your content, comment, respond to your stories, just things like that. Want look forward to seeing your content.
Yeah, seeing what you're going to post.
The amount of followers do not matter. And I feel like follower count is great, but it really just boosts maybe like somebody's confidence about their account. Right. They're like, oh, I want to reach 20,000 followers. And you should want to reach 20,000 followers because your content is so good, so great that people want to follow you. And then that's rewarding.
Right.
But honestly, having millions, 100,000s,
it really doesn't.
It doesn't make a huge impact. Well, it gives you a little bit of credibility though.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say, if you're someone that's selling clothes, right?
Yeah.
And a new clothing brand wants to get their brand out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, I would find someone that has 1 million followers or whatever. I would send them stuff, say, hey, if you like this, do you mind plugging it?
Mm-hmm.
Which I know people probably now have to pay for that kind of stuff, but which is how people, probably make money on social media and stuff.
I would say that now brands are looking for people that create quality content and will use their products in a way that is going to sell to the consumer.
Right.
So I used to get a lot of brand deals 2 years ago when reels were not a really big thing yet anymore and things like that. And now I'm not getting as many deals even though I might have 600,000 followers, that does not mean anything because there's girls that have 100,000 followers and they're getting a lot of brand deals, a lot of, because their engagement's so great.
Right.
And because they've built that kind of
niche
little
following.
I did not adapt to that niche fast enough, I feel like. And I kind of just stuck to what was happening back then. Like, oh, just post photos. You don't need to post videos, but videos are everything.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to, but now I'm trying to focus on real estate a little bit more.
And now you're going to probably change your game plan for that, for sure.
But still stick to my niche, but maybe do like real estate outfits or things like that.
Yeah, for sure. Which that's actually really smart because you're kind of keeping your following there. Well, do you think so? Well, if you could answer that question too about, is it the hashtag? How are people finding these videos? And let's keep it to real estate. These real estate videos about luxury homes and this and that. How are they finding people? How are they targeting people? Are they paying to randomly target when I'm like swiping up on my Instagram and it's like, oh, I've never seen this account before. It's, luxury homes US. How do you target people like that?
Hashtags are good at telling the algorithm what your video is about, but that does not mean that it's going to go viral.
Right.
So from what I've heard is that the algorithm will push your videos out to people, random people, and based off of the engagement you get from those people, they'll keep pushing it out to a larger audience.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
If you're doing the same thing over and over again and you're not getting, your views are not increasing, your engagement is not increasing, it takes a long time too. It can take months, so don't quit after a week. But if that's not working, you got to switch it up. And it's not bad to look at those who are already successful and get inspired by their content. Okay. So you can go to another real estate agent's account and you're like, wow, they're doing great. What are they doing in their videos that I'm not doing? And sort of adapt to that.
That's actually probably a good thing to do. What other questions do I have for you, Meilani? Okay, so I think this is actually a good question. Let's just say this. What metrics do you think are important? Or are most important? They might vary per whichever, business section you're
for
trying to be
estate.
in. Yeah. So let's take real estate, for example. What metrics do you think are?
Definitely your reach. And that ties in with your engagement. But on your profile, if you have a business account, you can check out your profile insights, and there you'll see a whole list of analytics ranging from your reach, how many followers you gained that week, what countries your followers are located in, the most active times, all of those things. And what matters to me for real estate would be your reach, because you want that house and you want your name to be reaching as many people as possible, because then that's business.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's the most important. And just making sure you're keeping track with that. And if your content's good and if you're getting that reach, you will be getting more followers. Right. But your goal shouldn't be, I want to gain all of these followers, if you're not already setting a goal for what you want your content to be.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. Well, and I mean, in real estate, it's different. Like we talk about the beauty and the brands and that kind of thing. It's easier for them to get sells from those posts, right? Real estate, we're not expecting to sell a house from a video. Not that it doesn't happen. I know that it does. I know that people will be like, oh my gosh, where is this house? This house is fantastic. Oh, it's in Austin. Oh man, I want that. Or it's in San Antonio. It's a ranch. Been looking for a ranch. You know, it's just so different than like selling a piece of clothing or selling a house in multi-million-dollar house. But do you think that for the real estate market, it's more about you're creating who you are, which then you can use it as a marketing tool to your clients, for your clients. You can even potentially get a client from seeing your video. I mean, what do you think?
So I'm on Catherine Scarborough's team, and I joined in January. And in the beginning, I was helping her with her social media. Yes. And now I'm an agent, but I'm still helping her with her social media. And our goal was to get her on camera more, because to build a brand, people want to see your face. They want to see your face. Yeah. So she did that. And the first month, okay, I'm going to read. I won't, let me just make sure I have the insights.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will say it's been fun to see her social media kind of, you know, light up a little bit, because it you're right. You know, she was probably didn't want to be on camera much, but I'm so glad that she's pushed herself to start doing it.
By being on camera and just doing, I believe we only did a few videos of her on camera. She went from reaching only about 6,000 accounts per month to, in 1 month just doing that, she reached 37,000 accounts.
Whoa. And that's impressive.
Yeah, but that was from her posting homes, posting videos, interactive content, maybe her favorite foods, those kind of things, but also including, hi, I'm blank, whatever your real estate,
right?
Whatever your name is. Today we're at whatever property. Let's take a look.
Right.
And they know that they're going to have a house tour. They see this beautiful house and they want to see it.
Right.
But they also get a glimpse of her personality. Right. Smiling, nice, friendly, warm. Like, I want to follow her. I want to work with her. And she also, let me see, had about 8,000 people click to go see her profile from
that's
that.
Cool.
Which is great. And she went from, sorry, I need to look at this.
She increased her follower count.
Yeah, she increased her follower count. She gained about 100 followers in that month, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
You get like one follower a month.
But that's just from posting content, because reels end up on people's explore pages, and that's what matters.
What I was saying. Yeah. Like how do get these puppy content, baby content, real estate content? You're like, how did I get this? That is awesome. I mean, that's a great testament just to, being, I guess, consistent, which is probably another tip you would say is consistency, right? And posting.
Yeah. Consistency matters, but only if you're posting quality content. You can post things every day, every other day, but if it's blurry, not engaging, it's not going to do anything for you. It's almost better to just post quality content as much as you can than to feed your page with not quality content, because then the algorithm takes the views you're getting on those videos and they'll stop pushing your videos out as much to other people.
Well, let's go back a little bit because you're originally from California. You went to Berkeley, which, so beautiful. What a beautiful campus.
Yeah, I love it.
But tell us a little bit of why you decided to move to Austin, the great city of Austin. I mean, I love it so much. But why did you pick Austin? What was the draw for you?
So I grew up in California my whole life, and I went to college there. I went to Berkeley, and me and my boyfriend, we visited Austin during spring break, and we loved it. I was like, I love Austin, and it feels very new. There's a lot of people my age moving here, and it just felt like a good new fresh start. And I love it here. I just love the culture. I love the food. I love going on the boats in the summer. There's always something to do here. And we decided, we were like, let's move to Austin. And it's more affordable than California too.
Yeah.
And I love Austin. I think it's beautiful. The people here are nice. And I think real estate here is great. I feel like California, there's like selling Sunset and everything going on, and there's so many agents. And I feel like moving to Austin, I feel like there's still potential to get that social media happening, because not a lot of people have started that here. If that makes sense. Because I feel like in California, especially like Southern California, there's a lot of real estate agents on social media and like already putting their face to their name. But being in Austin, I don't see that many. So this is a perfect opportunity for people that want to start in real estate. I feel like Austin's great because we grew up with social media, so we know how to use it. So I feel like if anyone is a young and want to become an agent, becoming one in Austin would be great, because there's not many people on social media.
Yeah, not a lot of people are utilizing it.
Utilizing it there. There are a lot on it, but not a lot of people are utilizing it.
Hey, I'm Brandon Sparks with Nautilus Lending, based right here in Central Texas. We're a full-service mortgage operation and brokerage, serving Greater Texas as well as Florida and Tennessee. One of the greatest things about our shop is our ability to facilitate creative financing. What that means is that anything legally possible, we can get it funded. You want to find out more? Reach out to us, www.nautiluslending.com. That's www.nautiluslending.com.
So, we have with Engel and Volkers, we have a professional athlete division, and we have some fantastic athletes that we have part of our brand. We have, 2 football players, or just with our Austin office. And we have people who lived the life, et cetera, et cetera. But it's been interesting because their following is from the sports team that they played for, right? So a lot of people that followed them, it was all about, they were either diehard NFL fans, diehard NHL fans, diehard Major League Baseball fans. But what would you say for them? I mean, for them transitioning from being a professional athlete to going to real estate, how do you think they do that transition? Because you have such a very specific following of athletes. Is it the same thing about how you're doing it? You're, kind of doing a seamless transition from beauty to real estate? Do they just make that transition of who they are in real estate? Because I'm seeing a few professional athletes. It seems like a very good move for them to move to real estate when they,
Yeah. I would say they already have loyal fans, probably, if they were on a sports team, and incorporating themselves into the real estate content, posting homes and not including yourself. People aren't really interested in it. But if they're standing in front of a house, like, hi, I'm blah, 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 somebody's going to know who this person is.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh, and then they're going to be like, come tour this house with me.
Right.
And, one thing I want to mention is, I know I've said this before, but the first 5 seconds of your video is either going to make or break whether someone watches the whole thing.
5 seconds.
Maybe a little bit longer, but I'm just,
two.
yeah.
Like
No, but
counting
I'm
in my
guessing because
head.
like if it's, I'm here today and my name's Meilani and I go on and on about something that's boring, they're not going to
Right.
watch. But if I'm like, hi, I'm Meilani Parks and today we're at this gorgeous listing and right behind me is
You
this
see
gorgeous
the
listing
house. Yeah.
and let's come tour it with me,
Mm-hmm.
people will watch it.
Right.
They want to go see house tours online. Like, that's fun. But if you're doing a long intro and you're not getting to the point,
right.
it's not going to.
Well, and this is something that people think, oh, I have to hire and spend all this money to get a great videographer to come and do my footage. What is not a hack, but let's say people that are trying to build their business, and we all know real estate is you have to spend money to make money. But is there any tricks you have for being able to do that? Is it using a gimbal? Is it downloading a specific type of software?
Yeah. So you don't need all of this professional stuff. It's nice to have. If you can do it, do
Sorry,
it.
Travis. Sorry, Travis. No.
But something I recommend is a tripod, one. And all you need to do is plop that tripod down in front of you, have the house behind you. Maybe it's you at the door. Maybe it's you at a nice part in the house. And just talk to the camera. And then you can take your phone and you can record the house because you already introduced yourself with your face. You don't have to be in the entire
It's okay
video.
if you just do this, or do you need a gimbal to do it? Like what?
Oh, you can use your hand.
You can use your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
I use my hands. But if another thing I recommend is the app CapCut to edit your videos.
So it's called app
CapCut.
Oh, CapCut.
Yeah, CapCut.
I don't know where I got the app. Okay,
The app CapCut.
Yes, CapCut. So like
is
CAP.
great. Yeah, it's great for
cut.
editing. You can add text. You can slow down videos. You can make it brighter. You can put some more color. There's a lot of effects you can do with it.
Okay.
And I just find it super easy to use. Just play around with it, and you'll get the hang
You
of
would
it.
probably say don't go up the stairs though holding your phone.
No.
I would cut that out, right?
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, it doesn't look
I mean, okay, all that you need to do is have a steady hand if you're on the stairs and look down and just walk up. They don't know if you're looking at the camera, but you don't have to be in the
101.
entire video.
Yeah.
And I feel like social media, to a lot of people thinking, oh, I need to put my real estate career on social media, it can be intimidating because they're like, how do I do it? You literally just need to introduce yourself. Maybe give the address, maybe say one feature, and then you don't have to be on camera ever again in that video.
Right.
You can be. It's great if you're in it the whole video, but you can do it by yourself too. I see a lot of agents, actually, they do not hire any professional like videographers and things, and they can do it themselves, and they get just as much reach on that video.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think those professional videos, especially in real estate, come in if we have our websites, and there is a need for and it's also too depending on the caliber of listing as well.
Like how big is it? Because
Yep.
you can't do it yourself if it's a gigantic listing. That makes sense.
For sure. Well, and I think too, the reason why the Selling Sunsets and all those are so popular outside of the drama, right? Outside of the drama, is people just love to look at houses. They love to look at houses that they would one day want to buy or one day would never be able to buy, but it also gives you design inspiration. It helps you, oh, that's great. I would have never thought to put that color wall with that type of cabinet or that type of countertop. And it's just, it gives you the whole idea of what a lifestyle can be, which of course, real estate's the most important decision somebody will make. So clearly, having some video content of the house, people are going to want to see what it looks like, of course. But so let me see if there's anything else. We talked about organically growing it, right? Just by trying to create engagement, higher engagement, right? And you said hashtags will help the algorithm.
One more thing is a lot of people like to buy followers.
Okay.
And it's not a bad thing if you want to look more credible, but if you want interaction on your posts, it messes with the algorithm because the algorithm thinks, oh, you have all of these followers, then your video should be getting this much engagement.
And it's not.
And if it's not, then it messes with it. So also people can tell.
Yeah, if you're
they
like,
can tell
whoa.
because if you're getting like 5 likes and you have 20,000 followers, it doesn't really add up.
Imposter.
And you can just click somebody's followers and like you could see that they're bots too.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
But
yeah.
I mean, for businesses, some people do it, some people don't,
Just
and
for
it works
perception,
out.
yeah. For perception.
Yeah. Just
what about the check mark on Instagram? I know you can buy it now, but is it what you just can buy it? Like that verified?
I did not buy mine because it was from
before that. Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I see that check mark, I'm more likely to click that person's page. Like if I see it on my
So I guess whether they bought it or not, perception.
It does. I'm
is
some
reality
people
sometimes. So
there's a stigma around it. Some people are really against it, and they're like, Then other people are like, oh, I like it. But I think it gives credibility.
But you don't know what the process is right now, right? If someone wanted to buy it,
I think you just buy it.
There's no like, who are you?
I think you get a little bit more insight on your profile too. I think they give you a little bit of tools.
Okay, that's cool.
But I don't think it's bad. I think do it if you want. Do it if like it doesn't hurt.
Well, I mean, I agree with you too. Okay, is there anything else you want to say? Like, is there anything you want to like get out there when it comes to social media, regardless of what business you're in?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, real estate. That you want to get out there and talk about?
I feel like there's a difference in this, like my generation. We're always on camera.
Yeah,
like
because you're in your 20s,
but also
right?
I was raised like 12 years old having Snapchat and like just always being on camera.
Right.
And I guess before all of that, people weren't on camera as much. And it takes a while to get used to. I mean, but if you just take that step forward, you're going to feel confident because the outcome is going to be great.
Right.
And you're going to be like, wow, I actually want to do this more.
Right.
And now Catherine's always like, oh, we need to post today. We need to do this today. Like, let's do this video idea. Let's do that. And I'm like, that is what I wanted to do.
Right. You wanted to create.
The outcome is rewarding. And you're like, wow, this is great for my business.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gotten a lot of messages about her listings and all of that stuff. So just posting that is great. And even if people don't want to buy something right now, they could be a future
client. That's
client.
a great, that's a great tool. And really, I guess the biggest thing too is consistency, right? Consistency, videos, and being on camera, creating a following of engagement.
There are some agents that don't put their face and only record the homes that do well. But I really believe in putting yourself there because you want to build your brand.
Right.
I watched this video. I don't know who the agent is that's showing me this home. All I know is that this is a house.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I think it's really important to put your face on camera and be in the video.
Yeah.
And people feel like you're already their agent if you do that. They're like, oh, like they're taking me through a tour of a home. They're also like tips and tricks, right? Give tips to buyers, to sellers. Just be creative with the content. And
things that we would give our clients regardless, right? And it's like, why not use what you tell your clients, your buyers and your sellers every day and put it into a video, and who knows, it could go viral.
And if you want to cater to like the young, like my generation, maybe do a day in my life as a real estate agent, a day in my life at like closing on a home, my day in life, because we love watching that stuff. Yeah. And you might inspire somebody to become an agent one day as well. And then you're somebody's role model.
Right. That's actually very cool. That's a great way to put it too. Well, and I say it doesn't matter what age you are to start doing social media. It doesn't matter.
No.
You know, especially if you are a knowledgeable agent or you're a knowledgeable business owner or you own, a law firm or whatever it is, people want to know things that they don't know. You know what I mean? So if you have tips on certain things when it comes to what's the best way to write a will, or what's the best way to put a house, so it doesn't get, tips and tricks of things that a lot of people just don't know, which, we don't learn in high school. It could be interesting content, but I think a lot of people think, oh, it's for the young people. You hear that a lot. Oh, it's for the young people.
But it's not.
It's
a part of society now. It is in like businesses. I believe all businesses should be on social media. I just think social media it's not just for one generation. It's for everyone.
Well, I do have one more question, and I was thinking about this. What is your take? So we know the big social media. We have Facebook, which I know is probably more of an older generation. So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's TikTok. Is there any other social media platforms that are new that we don't know about? I mean, is there anything else that's
well, there's YouTube and there's Twitter.
Yes, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, yes, of course.
All of those. There's no new ones. I would say that post on as many as you can.
What is your thoughts on TikTok for a luxury real estate brand?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And TikTok loves content when you're talking to the camera.
Okay.
They love it.
I love it.
Like that is what the algorithm loves right now.
Oh, that's
more than
crazy.
just a video with songs over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know, because TikTok has been, I think that is something that older generation is not adapted to very well.
Yeah. If it is literally just like posting reels, nothing different.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
And I would post Facebook if you were to choose two.
Right.
Definitely Instagram and I guess three. Choose three. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You don't really need YouTube or Twitter.
Well, and don't you think as well, depending on, let's say you're a 55-year-old agent that's been established here in Austin, you would probably want to also post to where you would feel like you'd get the most engagement.
Yeah.
So if you have more engagement on Facebook, you would probably want to make sure that's a top priority for you, and then Instagram, or I know we still post to LinkedIn because
LinkedIn's important too.
People still
that's
look
important.
at that from a business
I guess
standpoint.
4 then. Post on those 4. But yeah, definitely. Oh, and on Instagram you can link your Facebook to your Instagram account and they'll just post it for you on Facebook.
Yes, yeah,
that makes it easy.
That does make it super easy. Well, oh my gosh, Meilani, thank you so much. This has been informative, I know, for me, but I feel like people are starting to use social media for everything they do. And real estate has always been pictures. Then we started doing drone footage and then videos, but we are seeing more and more people starting to create content like Catherine has. And, thanks to you, because these are some really great insights, because there is always debates. Is it followers? Is it hashtags? Is it this? Is it that? So this was awesome. Yeah. We so appreciate you sitting down with us. And we are also very excited that you're going to become a real estate agent with us and start selling, luxury homes here in Austin.
I'm excited.
You're going to be a great addition. So thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you,
We appreciate
Tracy.
it.
Thank you.